The docking bay of Outpost Zenith 7 hissed open, revealing 3 figures silhouetted against the void. Akeem looked up from her maintenance panel, grease smudging her bronze cheek, and felt her heart stop. Her sisters. All 3 of them. By the ancestors, she whispered, the sonic wrench clattering from her hand. Mir appeared at her shoulder, his human eyes narrowing as he assessed the newcomers. Friends of yours? Family, Akeem corrected, her voice tight. The kind I left behind on purpose. The eldest sister, Nalara, stepped forward with the regal bearing of their bloodline. Her ceremonial robe shimmered with the political seals of the Calthian Empire, seals that marked her as promised to Lord Vexer in a union that would cement a treaty spanning 3 star systems. Little Akeem, Nalara said, her voice carrying across the bay, we need sanctuary. Mir crossed his arms, his weathered face impassive. As station commander, he'd seen his share of refugees, but political asylum from one of the galaxy's most powerful empires? That was new territory. This station is neutral ground, he said carefully. But harboring fugitives from the Calthian throne could change that status real quick. Akeem's youngest sister, Tira, stepped forward, her eyes pleading. They're hunting us across 5 sectors. Nalara refused the marriage. The Empire doesn't accept refusal. So you brought their wrath to our doorstep? Akeem felt anger flare in her chest. She'd worked 3 years to build a life here, away from royal politics and arranged marriages. 3 years of proving herself among humans and outcasts, earning respect with her engineering skills rather than her bloodline. We had nowhere else to go, Nalara admitted, and for the first time Akeem saw cracks in her sister's composure. You're the only one who escaped. We thought the station's alarms cut her off. Red lights bathed the bay in crimson warning. Mir's comm crackled to life. Commander, we have 3 Calthian warships incoming. They're demanding we surrender royal fugitives or face obliteration. ETA 12 minutes. The station's crew, a motley collection of 47 souls from a dozen species, looked to Mir. He was human, that strange species from the blue world who'd somehow spread across the galaxy in barely 2 centuries. Humans who had a reputation for being stubbornly, gloriously unreasonable when it came to matters of freedom. Mir's jaw tightened. Seal the docking bay. Battle stations? Commander, Akeem grabbed his arm. This station has mining lasers and cargo shields. Those are Imperial dreadnoughts. They'll tear us apart. Probably, Mir agreed. He turned to address the assembled crew. Anyone who wants to leave, take the shuttle pods. No judgment. This isn't your fight. Nobody moved. A Rithian engineer named Kix clicked his mandibles in what passed for a laugh among his species. And missed the chance to see humans do something stupid? Not a chance. Besides, added Maya, Mir's second in command, her dark skin gleaming with sweat as she prepped the station's meager weapons. We didn't haul ourselves to the edge of nowhere just to bow to some empire's marriage laws. Akeem stared at them, these misfits who'd become her family. You're all insane. We're human, Mir corrected with a grim smile. Same thing. He glanced at the others. And those who choose to stand with humans today? Welcome to the club. The 12 minutes evaporated like water in vacuum. The Calthian warships emerged from jump space, their hulls massive enough to dwarf the station 3 times over. The lead ship's communication array crackled to life. This is Fleet Commander Zerath of the Calthian Imperial Navy. Surrender the royal fugitives immediately or be destroyed. Mir keyed the station-wide comm. His voice was calm, almost conversational. This is Commander Mir of Outpost Zenith 7. We don't recognize the authority of empires in neutral space. Your fugitives are our guests, and we don't surrender our guests. Silence stretched across the void. Then Zerath's laugh echoed through the comm, sharp and cruel. You would die for 3 runaway brides? Your station holds 47 life signs. I offer you one final chance, human. Mir looked at Akeem, at her sisters huddled behind her, at his crew manning their stations with determined faces. He thought of Earth, that stubborn blue world that had looked at a galaxy of ancient empires and decided that freedom, messy, chaotic, beautiful freedom, was worth any price. Here's the thing about humans, Mir said into the comm. We've got this annoying habit of standing between bullies and the people they're trying to hurt. Bad for our life expectancy, but hell, we're a young species. We're still learning caution. He paused. This is your final chance, Commander. Turn around or learn why empires shouldn't underestimate a species crazy enough to strap themselves to chemical explosives just to reach the stars. Destroy them, Zerath ordered. What happened next would be debated in Imperial strategic circles for years. The mining lasers shouldn't have penetrated military-grade shields. The cargo hauler's maneuver, using a controlled fusion overload to scatter the dreadnought's targeting sensors, defied 3 laws of physics and common sense. And Akeem's hastily rewired power couplings, channeling the station's entire reactor output into one desperate beam, absolutely should not have carved through a flagship's hull like it was tissue paper. But they did. When the debris cleared and the remaining Kelthian ships retreated in shocked disarray, Zenith 7 still stood. Battered, burning in 3 sections, life support running on backups but standing. Nalara stared at the view screen, at the impossible victory, then at Mir. You would have died for us. You don't even know us. Mir shrugged, wincing at his cracked ribs. Didn't need to know you to know what was right. He glanced at Akeem. Besides, your sister's the best engineer in 5 sectors. She chose to be here. That makes you family by extension. Is this what humans do? Tira asked, wonder in her voice. When we're at our best? Mir smiled despite the pain. Yeah, pretty much. Akeem looked at her sisters, at her crew, at the damaged but defiant station around her. She'd fled an empire to find freedom. Instead, she'd found something better. She'd found humans, and those crazy enough to stand with them. Welcome to Zenith 7, she told her sisters. We'll need to rebuild half the station. You 3 any good with a sonic wrench? Nalara laughed, the sound of chains breaking, and picked up a tool. Let's find out. Outside, the stars shone indifferent and cold. But inside the battered station, 47 souls plus 3, human and otherwise, proved once again that the galaxy's greatest power wasn't found in warships or empires. It was found in those stubborn enough to say no when it mattered most. 3 and